My husband thought covering my nose while I slept was hilarious. I taught him what funny really means. I'd been married to Jason for 3 years, and we'd been pretty happy overall. We both worked from home, him doing graphic design, and me writing marketing copy for tech companies. We had this nice routine where we'd have coffee together every morning, take walks at lunch, and cook dinner together most nights. Jason had always been a jokester, doing silly voices to make me laugh or hiding rubber spiders in my coffee mug, harmless stuff that was actually funny. I even liked that about him when we first met because my ex had been super serious about everything. But something changed after Jason started watching these prank channels online. He'd spend hours watching couples pranking each other and laughing at the really mean ones where people cried or got hurt. I told him those videos were staged, and even if they weren't, it was messed up to enjoy watching someone's partner upset them. He said I didn't understand comedy. The first time he covered my nose while I was sleeping, I woke up gasping and panicked. Jason was sitting there laughing, saying my face was hilarious when I couldn't breathe. I was shaking and told him that was terrifying, not funny. He said I was overreacting and it was just for a second. He promised he wouldn't do it again. 2 nights later, he did it again. This time I woke up with his whole hand over my nose and mouth. I pushed him off and asked what was wrong with him. He said he was testing how long it would take me to wake up, and it was just an experiment. I slept on the couch that night. He apologized the next morning, brought me flowers, said he understood why I was upset. I went back to our bed. A week passed fine. Then I woke up at 3 in the morning to him holding my nose closed with his fingers. He immediately let go when I woke up, but he was giggling. Said he couldn't help himself because I looked so peaceful and he wanted to see my surprised face. I told him if he did it one more time, I was done. He said I was threatening divorce over a harmless prank and called me dramatic. The next few nights I couldn't sleep properly. Every time I started drifting off, I'd jolt awake afraid he was about to do it again. I was exhausted at work, messing up projects, drinking 6 cups of coffee just to function. When I told Jason his prank was affecting my work, he said maybe I needed therapy for my trust issues. He kept doing it, not every night but randomly, so I never knew when it would happen. Sometimes he'd just hover his hand over my face to fake me out. Sometimes he'd actually do it. He started timing it, seeing if he could get to 5 seconds before I woke up. I tried sleeping in the guest room, but he'd sneak in there too. The lock on that door had been broken since we moved in, and Jason had never fixed it despite promising to. I knew exactly what I had to do. First, I started staying up late, later than him. When he'd go to bed, I'd wait until he was deep asleep. Then I'd stand over him with my phone flashlight shining in his face. The first time he woke up confused and scared. I said I was just checking if he was breathing because he was so quiet. Told him his reaction was hilarious. He didn't think it was funny. I kept doing it every single night. Set random alarms to wake up and check on him multiple times. 3 a.m., 4:30, 5:15. Each time with the flashlight right in his eyes. When he complained, I said I was worried about his breathing and wasn't this concern sweet. He started getting bags under his eyes. Then I upgraded. I'd shake him awake randomly to ask urgent questions. Did he remember to lock the front door? Did he hear that noise? Was he sure he set his alarm? When he'd get angry, I'd say I was just making sure he was okay because he'd been breathing weird. He tried wearing a sleep mask, but I'd just shake him harder. Within a week, Jason was a wreck. He was falling asleep during client calls, completely unable to focus on work. He begged me to stop. I said I would when I felt safe sleeping again. He promised he'd never touch my nose again. I said I'd heard that promise before. I kept going for another week. Jason tried sleeping in his car one night, but I went out there at 2 in the morning knocking on the window with a flashlight asking if he was okay. The neighbors saw and asked if everything was all right. Jason had to explain he was sleeping in his car for no real reason while his wife stood there in her pajamas looking concerned. He looked insane. Finally, he broke. Full story on channel. Link below.